Good morning, everyone. Jamie Harris with B&L Detailing Department again. Today we got kind of a treat. We got a 2004 Corvette in the garage. This Corvette is going to need a buff job. It's also getting a wax. It's been washed already. The top's going to do, I'm doing some cleaning on the top. Interior gets done. Motor has already been done. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of take you around the vehicle. As you might guess, this is a very expensive vehicle. This is a show car. This is not something that is just, being cruised around the street and then left on the street. This is kept in a garage. Very, very picky client. A very nice gentleman. Of course, not going to relay the name for security purposes. He is in the Corvette Club. There's a classical class. As you can see, everything gets taped when we do a buff, especially with a high-end vehicle. Anything that might get a little bit of that compound on it, I go ahead and tape real well. Pretty much everything, even the Corvette emblems, everything. Real quick, I'll take you through what I'm going to be doing today. As you can see, we have some pretty rough scratches throughout the paint. Some of them are really hard to see, but as I said, this is a show car, so it does need to be as perfect as possible. This client does not really trust anybody to touch his vehicle, as you can imagine. He has a lot of money tied up in it, and he tries, to win shows and such. Some stuff that I'm not going to be able to do anything with. As you can see on these rims, the inner side has some damage. That's something I cannot repair, of course. But the tire, the rim came out good. I've already washed it. I cleaned it. You can still see some water that I'm going to be going back with an air hose and microfibers and some mother's polish and doing final on. This one here has slight oxidation in some areas. This is garage kept vehicle, so there's really not a whole lot of contaminants or anything on the paint. It's pretty smooth. It is going to get a strong buff because of all the scratches. As you can see, here's a really rough one. That's going to take me some work to get out properly. Real quick, I'll show you. We did the motor on this one. It will get an interior detail, of course. As you can see, there's some debris. These are going to be thoroughly cleaned. I know it doesn't look like they're really dirty, but in all reality, there is quite a bit of dirt within the seat. As you can see, there is some damage from, being sat on for so long. So we're going to put a good conditioner on that, and that way it will last for many years to come. As you can imagine, with anything when it comes to show, they're very picky on certain things. This will normally probably be up. As you can see, this particular one is, if you know Corvettes, raise up this way. And people will be looking at it as they walk by. And I'm letting it soak in my dressing after I've already washed it, cleaned it, scrubbed it. As you can see, I have a little bit of touch up to do, but right now I'm more or less just letting that soak in, and that way it will give a really high gloss. But yeah, this is something I kind of wanted to show you guys, in case any of you are into the classics or do any shows and you're wanting some work done on your classic or your show car. It is something that I am qualified to do. As I said, I do have the experience to be working on something like this. I am the only one that will work on these. I don't let anybody else, I'm sure other shops might, but I personally do not let anybody else touch the cars when it comes to these within this shop. This is something that does take a lot of skill because of the value of the car and of the high risk. And like I said, there's not a whole lot of damage, but if you're going to have a show car, as many of you know who are into the classics or the shows, they need to be absolutely perfect for you to win any type of prize. And like I said, I'm going to check back with this client and see, what place he came in, or et cetera, so on and so forth. I'd like to know, because that kind of shows my work. It shows the greatness of his vehicle, and I'm sure he really enjoys his Corvette. I'm enjoying doing it. I mean, this is one day where I just really, really love my profession. But I'm going to get off here. As you can see, I do have some work to do. I just wanted to kind of take you around and show you, what's in the garage today. These videos have really been doing good, and I'm glad of the response that we've had. If you don't have a classic, it does not matter. If you've got a little two-door car that is only a $100 car, bring it in. I'll make it look the best that it possibly can. All my clients get treated the same. Yes, of course, I'm going to put a little bit more time into this vehicle because it is a show car. And yes, it is more expensive to be detailed because I have to take more time and take my personal time, and my chemicals will have to be different on this vehicle. But any vehicle can come in here and get first class detail just like this car is going to get. It does not matter. I treat all my clients the same. All my clients get the best work possible. And so far, to this day, I've never had a return vehicle that was not right. So if you would like to get in, I do have some openings. I'm sure that I can always get somebody in. My number is 270-993-3847. And I'm usually here at 200 Breckenridge Street from 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. until right around 5, maybe a little bit later if I'm working on a detail. Feel free to give me a call, and we'll try to get you in as soon as possible. I'm going to go ahead and get off here and get to work. I will bring you all back and let you see the finished product and kind of see what we can do. I've also just got done with another vehicle, the truck that y'all saw the other day. We now have a YouTube channel that you can get into, and I will be posting information about that on our page. So I hope everybody's having a great St. Patty's Day, and I'll talk to y'all later.